Hi, thanks for tuning in, whoever will be watching this. This is a Rebecca Magic transmission and transition. It's a Freudian slip. We are going through a huge shift right now, and this came in, and I just really wanted to share it with you. All are coming to rise now by the awareness and acceptance of the science of the mind. We don't need to understand life as an eternal chase of finding a particular and ultimate meaning, because the meaning is life. To live presently and make the most of each moment for the highest good of all as one. We know who we are now and why we are here now. Here now. There is no more denying the truth. The reprogramming of the one mind has come to an evolutionary peak. Enough brains have lit up through the discovery and application of the science of the mind, which has reflected in the macrocosm of the unified or universal mind. It has reflected as a huge flood of light. This has had a miraculous effect on our physical reality, resulting in the manifestation of a huge cleansing. The cleansing and purifying that has happened in the universal mind is like the Aquarius spilling waters from the heaven. As above, so below. As within, so without. From mind to matter. We are here and we made it. New earth building commences now. Progressive, one mind. We rise. The world is built anew. And I did a little reading here. I pulled some cards for this, so I'm going to share that. So the first card I pulled for the general representation of where we are at as a collective right now was the Ten of Swords. This is like the end of a nightmare. I see it as we have finally killed the old paradigm. Like I said in the writing, it's as though enough of our microcosm brains have lit up the macrocosm unified brain in such a way that the rest of the light, the rest of the flames are being lit. Because it's like a flood, a light flood. Each new beginning must come from an end. And with every defeat are sown the seeds of future victory. So that's where we're at. And then where we came from, the Temperance card. So this is very much related to the Justice videos that I've been doing, if you guys have tuned in. It is another card representing balance, just like Justice. So we have come to this place of balance. This is again the past card. We have come to this place of balance. It's also about moderation. Moderation is another quality of the Justice card as well. But what makes the Temperance card different from the Justice card is that it also represents patience. It's having faith in divine balance, in divine order. So it's really about patience. We've had patience. We've been waiting so long for this. We're saying finally, finally, it's here. This card also represents purpose, our divine purpose. Yeah, it's definitely connected to that. This shift that's happening. It also represents meaning. And so, yes, through the science of the mind, this makes sense that we would find the meaning of life, which is life itself. The meaning of life is to live life. That's another thing I touched on, yes, in this writing. So that's the card that brought us to where we are, which is the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is all about progress, which, yes, that's definitely aligned with the transmission and what's happening right now. We're progressing. This is also one of the final words of that transmission was progression as one mind. And this is definitely an Aquarian concept, progressing as one mind. Brotherhood of man, but also age of information and technology. Intellectualism, progression as a spiritual being as well. So that's pretty spot on. It's also about planning and discovery. So yes, discovering the science of the mind, receiving opportunities, because this is also the card of opportunities. So it's like receiving opportunities through this discovery, opportunities to put that to the test, to reprogram our thoughts, to rewire our actions, to create a whole new world. It's also about planning, like I said, so it's also about thinking ahead and manifesting the new future, knowing that what we see with our open eyes is already a result of what we've already thought. So we shouldn't base our future visions, what we're wanting to manifest, on what is exactly before us, because that's when we'll get entangled in it and forget where we're really creating from. So we close our eyes, right? And we remember what's real, and we manifest from that plane, remaining detached from what we see when we open our eyes, because that reality can be very deceiving when you are in the mindset of wishing to manifest the future. So that message is very much embodied in this card. A downside to this card, right? Because the only way we would access that downside is if we remained unaware. But because we're aware, we're not going to we're not going to go down that road, right? But I will say it because I think it's very important. This is also representing the fear of the unknown or a lack of planning. So again, yeah, fear, fear and ignorance. Yeah, that's connected. Knowledge is power, so it's really a time to look at what our options are, just like he's doing in the card. Look at what our options are, and really face it and create a plan, not to fear what's ahead. Know that the power is in your hands. See, the world is in his hands. It's all up to us. We don't have to be afraid of the unknown. We should certainly plan and not be foolish and naive, because planning is really just envisioning, praying. It's conscious prayer. So yeah, I see that as where we're at right now for sure. And again, that was the present card, the presence, past, present, future. And then, so it's funny that I used the words, I used the word naive a second ago with this one, because that could be the future. The Fool card, the downside could represent naivety, jumping into situations too spontaneously, in a dangerous way, in a reckless way. So for sure, you can see if we don't plan and reprogram our minds and think ahead in a visionary and efficient way for the highest good of the one, then we could end up at the dark side of this card, which is the future, which is just really, again, recklessness, just being too spontaneous and, pain coming of that or bad experiences coming of that. But also, the other side of this card is a totally free spirit, a new beginning. It's spontaneity in a good way. It's action upon true, doubtless faith. It's also innocence, childlike joy. So it's like, how do you want to see it? That you're stuck in the nightmare and you're never going to look away from the sorrow or the past? And you're not going to trust in divine order, so you're not going to make the best of the opportunities because you're going to look away out of fear, just creating a reckless manifestation from your place of not wanting to look at your fears? Or are you going to do it like me, and you're going to see this as once and for all? Ding dong, the witch is dead. So that's the old paradigm. Goodbye. And I trust in divine order. I have trusted for a long time, and I've been patient, and I've been waiting, and I understand the meaning of life is to live it here now. And I feel fulfilled. I know my purpose. I know why I am here now. I know why we are here now. I have come to this place of balance. And so that has led me to where I am now with the world in my hands and opportunities ahead of me. And I'm going to consciously view them each. I'm going to weigh my options and choose what is the highest good of everything as one. Know that I have all the power in my hands. I will not fear the unknown. I am excited. I know that the power is in my hands, and it would be foolish to move in any direction other than in the way of guiding my reality with self-awareness and confidence. That's going to result in the freedom of my spirit, of our spirit as one spirit. It's going to result in a new beginning based on our faith and childlike joy. our true innocence, knowing our true essence. Freedom. Well, thank you guys for listening to this transmission and this spontaneous card pull. It felt really powerful for me, and I needed to do it. I just needed to do it. Many blessings to you. We did it. Congratulations. We made it. And I'm very excited to co-create this new world with you. What a time, this paradigm shift. Thank you.